Hello everyone. We shall move forward with the C programming, the session 8. We shall look into that arrays and strings. Here, basically array is an data type in a sequential manner. It can be it must be a same data type in the sequential manner used to store the same data type in the same sequential manner. It must be defined with the maximum number of elements. Basically we can have it, for example, integer. If you wanted to have it something like one group of people, one set, basically a set of integer is called an array. Maybe it can be a group of same data types is called an array. It can be a 10 members. It can, for example, we can take an example of name of the marks of multiple persons, something like what we can say. For example, we have that students here with the roll number 0 to 9, and we can have it something like the numbers marks can be allocated with that array. Basically here that we will be able to see, and it can be a single dimensional or it can be a multi-dimensional also, 2D or 3D. Arrays can be possible. How to declare an array? Basically array can be declared with the data type and then array name and then maximum number of elements that can be able to fit. For example, if it is 10 here, for example, integer ARR 10, it means we can able to access from 0 to 9 in the down. Array name of element number, for example, array of 4 we are accessing here. Since we have given the maximum number of elements is 10, we can able to access from 0 to 9 basically. Here we can able to see how we can able to declare that array, and we can how move forward with that. Vim array.c. I'm going to include stdio.h and then integer main of integer argc character star argv, and then we can have it something like this, return 0. I'm going to set up an array here, integer marks of 10. We will be having the marks with the 10 marks of the 10 people, and I'm going to get that inputs for the all the 10 members. For example, integer, I can able to define integer I, and here I equal to 0 and I less than 10 and I plus plus. I can able to get that all the information from here using scanf, and we can able to access, we need to access that array. Basically here %d and then comma, usually we will give ampersand for integer and then that corresponding integer. Maybe I'm going to give here marks of something like, I can give 0 instead of 0. I am giving I, so that we can able to fill up to 0 to 9. Basically here we are going to get that printf enter the marks of student %d colon comma I, so that we will get, and we can able to print the same here with 5yy. I'm going to print again that printf with the marks of %d -i, so that we will get that accordingly. here I'm going to give gcc hyphen o array dot c. Oh, sorry. It has to be not a pointer. It has to be a content. Yeah. Now, if we run, we can get that. Enter the mocks. I'm going to give 100, and then 98, and then 45, and then 34, and then 68, and then 22, and then someone 70, someone 89, and someone 64, and last one is 54. Then I'm going to print. I got that. Maybe I forgotten to add that /n. That's why it prints continuously. Yeah. Here now we can compile again. I'm sorry, I have to enter again. First 100, 98, 23, 34, 45, 43, 53, and 43, and then 66, and then 77. We can get that results. That means we can able to get that 10 numbers of inputs with the array. That means here we have that array.c, which is having that same data type of integer with 10 elements. Basically here we are having that 10 numbers of integer that is in sequential manner, that we are accessing continuously with the mocks of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 up to 9 we are accessing, since the maximum number of elements is 10, that we can able to access from here. Maybe we can do by playing with that. Maybe we can do that. We have to arrange in that in a manner in such a way that it could be integer j comma k. Okay, and then for example for j equal to 0, and then j less than 10, and j plus plus. Here we can able to see which one is, yeah. First we will see that which one is bigger here and smaller. We can take it integer small comma big, so that we can get that information over here. And for example, if j equals 0, then I'm going to initialize that the first number is small equal to big equal to mocks of mocks of j, and then we have, once we done, we can able to get that if small is greater than mocks of j, then we have to change small is greater. That's why we are getting small equal to mocks of j, and we have that if we can have it big over here, big less than mocks of j, then we can have it something like this, so that we will get that accordingly, mocks of j basically here. And whenever we do printf, we are accessing that here with the mocks, and reading that the array from that mocks array here, and we are going to get that small and big, small colon %d, and big colon %d, then /n comma small comma big. Then we will be able to see now that it was functioning. and array. I'm going to give 98 and then 34 and then 56 and then I'm giving 100 and then 23 and then 45 and then 64 and then 77 and then I'm going to give 88 and then 99. We are getting the 23 is that lowest value here and 100 is the biggest value here. That is the value we are entered, that the marks which is available in the marks array, and we are checking which one is bigger in the 10 number in the array elements, which is bigger, and we are getting that one, and we are getting checking for the smaller one and printing over there, and we can get that information, something like how to read from the, how can we use that scanf with the array, and how can we print that array, how can we access that array. We will see how can we modify that array element, that we can able to see here. Maybe we can do something like this. We can arrange in the sequential manner, then we have to play with that we can play by using something here, and we can remove big and small, all those things. Yeah, I can start from 1 and I can check I can do that for example. I have to do measure that completely, the smaller one, and we have to change it accordingly, and I can do that by making smaller one here, and a bigger one we have to change. Basically here we will check for marks of j minus 1 and marks of j. That will give that I can start from here 1, so that we will check if the marks of j minus 1 is greater than marks of j, then we have to interchange that. For example, here we need to do basically with that I'm going to make it with a small, that I'm going to use some variable here to store. For example, we can take local variable itself, integer res, and then something like I can make it integer tmp, and I am going to store this marks of j here, and then I'm going to make marks of j minus 1 j equals marks of j minus 1, and then I'm going to change marks of j minus 1 equals tmp, and this should be, we are making for one iteration. We should do that for multiple times, for k equal to 0, k less than 10, and then k plus plus. That will give that results in the positive manner, that in the arranged manner that we will see here now. And sorry, I put h instead of k K I put, sorry, typo, K I put K. And here we got compile, and we have to do that with the mocks. I'm going to enter 23, 12, 46, sorry, 64, 75, and 48, 34, 98, and then 20, and then 40. Anyway, one student should be 100 out of 100. Maybe we can check the results that we got the results. Small one is 12 and big one is 100, and we got that array got swapped in the manner it is sequential. It is 12, 20, 23, 20, 34, 40, 48, 64, 75, and 98. It is in that arranged in that bigger, smaller to bigger manner. Yes, that we can able to access. We can just give that reference, something array.c. Here to access that, we will put that variable here, the same variable whichever that array has declared. That variable is small, that we are assigning here with the mocks of j, that will give that the corresponding one. J means some element between 0 to 9, and here we are assigning that mocks of j, that is 0 to 9. Here first one will be a 1, and we are assigning 1 minus 1, 0, that will get assigned here basically. And this one gives that how we can access, read, and how we can write that, and how we can define and how we can declare that array here that we have seen. And we can move forward with the further things here. Sorry, I have a lot of things I missed here. And the similar way that when the array can be anything, that any kind of data type. It can be a integer array, it can be a float array, it can be a character array, it can be like a long array, it can be like a double array, it can be like a structure and union array that we will discuss the structure and union, and it can be a pointer array that also we will discuss about the pointer. Basically it can be any number, any kind of data type that array can be. But thing is, we have integer array, long array, and double array. Here we have the character array as well. The character array is declared as a string. Only difference in the only addition is something like it will be terminated with 0. Basically, that null has terminated that the characters are end and it just completed. For example, your name is Hari, H-A-R-I, and then that it will be terminated with 0, then that string will not move forward basically. Here we will check how we can manipulate and how we can work with the string. That we can do with that string copy. Str copy is the string copy, and strn copy is that number of elements you can copy. And then str compare, we can compare that two strings. Str case compare with case sensitivity, and without case sensitivity also you can compare. And you can compare with that strn compare, that number of with respect to element count. And string concatenation, you can add two strings and create a one string basically, that we can able to do there. And we can see how we can play with the strings here. Vim string dot c, I'm going to the similar thing, stdio dot heads, sorry, and then integer main, and then integer argc, comma character star argv, return 0. I'm going to give the character name of 40, usually 64 will be the name size, and I'm going to scanf that the character array. You can use character array in the sense a string. You can use %s, and name is the one we can give, and we can print of the thing enter the name equal to percentage s comma slash n comma name that can be given over here gcc hyphen o string dot c, and then we can able to give it here string. I'm going to give my name Harry and printed is Harry. Basically that we got it by scanning the and doing that way, and we got that here. We are getting that string and we are printing the string. Maybe we can see that how it was available in the sequence. Maybe we can check with that how the character has been placed. I am going to check with this, and yeah, maybe integer I. I'm going to check for I equal to 0. Maybe I can give I less than 10 and then I plus plus. I'm going to print that character array in a sequence so that we will know printf with the thing percentage C, and then we can use name of I. That will give us some value. Maybe we can check dot slash string. I'm going to give Harry Haran so that maybe Harry Haran is good. Maybe Harry, that will give clarity. I think I have not. I have to give slash n. Harry, and then we are getting Harry, after that something, and then we have junk. Here we have that 0, that is null terminator. That's why it becomes a string here. Maybe if whenever we print with the percentage %d, we will get to know that value clearly. Here hyphen percentage %d comma name of I. We will check Harry, then I'm printing. Here 104 is that ASCII of H, and 97 is ASCII of A, and 114 is ASCII of R, and 105 is ASCII of I, and then we have 0. That is null terminated character array is the string that we have it here, that we are having here. And we can do that string copy and string manipulations that we can able to do with the string dot c. We can able to see here include. Maybe we can copy that from here string dot c. Paste over here, and then we can able to check return 0 that we got the string, and we have to copy. For example, I'm having something character f name of 64. I'm going to copy this strcpy, and then I'm going to copy destination should be first, and f name comma, then I'm going to use name that should give that results basically. And yeah, and maybe, and I'm going to print this one f name full name, that we can able to gcc -o str yeah, we should include stdlib.h. sorry, Yeah, we should include string.h, include string.h that has the different manipulations, and we have that one, and we can able to give str, and I'm going to give Harry is the name, and it got copied into the fname variable, and we got that result of Harry back. And for example, we can get that str.c over here, and we can compare. I'm going to enter two names, and I'm going to check. For example, the f name that we can give, and I can take it as confirm. C name is to confirm the name, that we can to check that we can able to get it over here to YY, and then sorry, we can take 3 also, 3YY, we can get to know clearly. Here enter the C name, and I'm going to enter over here and print out that C name which we are getting, and we can be able to compare here. For example, str compare with that. For example, we can have it some variable to get that integer written, so that here ret equal to strcmp with we can say that name comma c name, so that if return equals 0, then it means both are equal. Printf, we can do that both are equal, else if return less than 0, then printf, we can say that name is lesser, that it means which one is lesser, and we have else again, and we can say that printf c name is lesser. That means it has that one and the character which is smaller than the strings will be compared by one by one whenever that there is a difference in the bytes characters in the string. Which one is lesser, that will get written. If for example a is lesser, then we will get that negative value, and if b is lesser, we will get that positive value there. If both are equal, we will get that string equal to 0. That we will see over here, that we can compile and we can do that. I'm going to give Harry and then enter the C name Harry, then it says both are equal. And for example, if I am giving a name Harry and then I'm giving Harry with a H capital, I'm going to get that C name is lesser. In that case, for example, I can use the thing case compare. Then if I do that with the dot str, then I'm going to give Harry and then capital Harry. It says both are equal. Basically, case compare is case insensitivity case. For example, both will check for that content, whether the even if the case upper letters or lower letters, there is a difference in upper and lower letters. Basically, str case compare that it uses basically, and we can use str and compare, and then we can use that case compare, and then we can use string copy that gives that string manipulations over the C programming. And I'm having some more things, yeah, this one, and we have that similar thing, something like this, that yeah, and we can have it something like a strn copy and strn compare. That can also be done. That's, for example, here we have to use, I'm going to use this strn compare, and then I'm going to check only the 5 bytes, first 5 bytes, whether it's equal or not. That's the thing, and I'm going to check it here. I'm going to enter Hari Haj, and then 1 2 3 4. Maybe I'm going to give Hari Haran, and then here Hari 1 2 3 4, and sorry Hari Haj and 1 2 3 4. Then it says both are equal. Basically the both strings are different. Hariharan, here Haj 1 2 3 4, but the thing is we have given only 5 characters to compare. strn compare is only 5 characters. That's why we are getting Harihar. This one only 5 characters are compared. It returns this the value, basically that it returns as a both are equal. Yeah, that's the thing. And we have that another, in the similar way we can do that strn copy, and we can do only 4 characters to be copied, and we can check how it behaves. For example, I'm going to give Hari and Hariharan, and then we can give something like Veerapan, my father's name. Yeah, I can get for example, here I'm getting that lesser, and HF name is Hari, and then I'm getting some junks. It copied with that only 4 characters get copied, and I'm getting that the value over here Hari is the first 4 characters got copied into my thing. For that, what we need to do is I need to set that before, since it is a local variable, you cannot access before setting. Here earlier complete strings are copied, that's why we does not have any issues. Here we are copying only 4 bytes only, that's why we are getting the issue. Maybe here I'm going to do memset that we discussed earlier, memset to make that m name and 0, and then 10 bytes it has to be set with zeros. Now we can able to see here with the str, I'm going to give Hariharan, and then Veerapan, it should say some not equal or lesser, and we got that lesser value, name is lesser since V is lesser than H, and then we have that Hari over here, and only 4 bytes are copied, and it was terminated with the 0 since we memset with the 0 basically. Yeah. Here we shall move forward with the string concatenation. Maybe we can check for a string concatenation how it behaves. Yeah, I can do that with the do that by the concatenations that I can do. I can do that concatenation. For example, here I'm going to do with this one. For example, here I'm going to make str cat with this something like the f name, and then I'm going to give name. The f name and name should be added, and it has to print. Basically that f name should be different over there, and we can able to print here that f name after concatenation, that we can check it over here. I can put strcat so that we will know here what it happens. /str, we have given only 10 bytes, sorry 64 bytes, yeah, sorry, that we have lot to do, and I can do Hariharan, and then next I'm giving cname. I'm getting that string contained as a Hariharan. Since we does not have anything given there, maybe I have to do with that cname. F name we have not got anything, and we are going to do with the cname. That should add that both the things. Sorry, maybe we can get maybe I can get the different names YY, and I'm getting first name and last name, and maybe we can check 8YY, and maybe we can check it here. Enter the F name. F name is the first name. F name here, and enter the last name, L name, and we are having the last name here, and I'm going to combine the first name and last name, and it will be available in the first name. Yeah, maybe we can check it now with the /str. I'm going to enter Hariharan, and then I'm going to enter the C name comparison I have to do with Hariharan. Then I can going to do with the F name, I'm going to give Hariharan, and then last name I'm going to give Veerappan, so that we can get that value accordingly. Here we have that concatenated, the first name Hariharan and then last name Veerappan, both are got concatenated, and we have that got the results here. That added results is Hariharan Veerappan. That is one we got it with the concatenation. We can add that similar way. We can add that multiple files over there and to compare. Basically compare, we can compare the string, and we can copy the string, we can concatenation, add the two strings, concatenate two strings. That can be done, and we can have it something like a number of things, number of characters to be compared, number of bytes to be copied, number of case, whether to be checked with the case sensitivity or case insensitivity. Those things we can able to play with this string manipulation APIs that can be played over there, and we can check other things, something like we have string IOs that can be used to formatted the string, and we can use a printf to format that character array. For example, here we can have it something like this, string IO. Maybe I can enter the name string io.c. In that we can do include stdio.heads, and then integer main integer argc comma character star argv, and then I'm going to do with these things return 0. For example, I am going to scanf something. For example, integer name. Sorry, I have to play with this character name of 64 bytes, and then we can get that value. Printf. We can make it str so that it will be easy. Enter the string colon, and then scanf %s %s comma str. Then we can able to do that with the string that we will see over here. For example, I am going to do, before that we can check a printf first, so that we will get the clarity how it will work. Maybe I am going to have it string here integer I, then, and we can have it something like enter the printf enter the mark scanf %d comma ampersand I, that we can able to check it here, and then I'm going to do with the sprintf, and sprintf I'm going to have str, and then I'm going to give I'm going to make something like this, I is greater than 60, maybe not here, maybe we can add it here with that, for example, mm, student is percentage s, comma slash n, and then we can have it something like this: I greater than 35. Then we will be having pass, and if it is not, he is fail. That we can printf percentage s, comma str. That we can print it here, maybe gcc -o string io.c, here string io.c, that dot slash string io. I'm going to enter 36. The student is pass. Something, what it's happening is something like the result of this one will be loaded into this string basically here. That sprintf is to put that formatted character into that string. Sprintf is to put that character into the formatted string, and scanf to read that formatted from the screen. Basically here we can check it here. The student, maybe we can check sprintf student mark colon, we can play with here equal to I, then we can print it here. What it happens, something like this: string io, I'm going to enter 65. The student marks is 65, that we got it with the string that has been loaded into the string. Maybe then now we can able to scanf, and we can get that results here. Scanf, and then we can get the results here. Maybe I'm going to enter that in that here in the string itself, that we can check. I'm going to enter it here in the argument itself, then we will check. Here I'm going to scanf, and then v of 1, that will be a argument, and then we can have it something like this, and I'm going to mark colon percentage d, then comma, the value is mark. I'm going to set that here. Printf mark colon percentage d slash n comma mark. I need to define this here, integer mark, so that we will get that results. And we have to compile, and I'm going to do string io here. Sorry, we have to give it in the arguments. Sorry, mark colon 100 I'm giving, then I'm going to enter 34, and I'm getting that scanf made that mark colon 100, that we could extract that information, that formatted string is mark colon 100, that we are extracting that 100 from that string, and we can able to see here that percentage d mark, that we can able to see over this. That's string io with the string. We can able to read that from the formatted string, and we can create a formatted string, and we can play with that one with the scanf and sprintf, that we can able to do. And I think it's nice. Thanks for watching, and you can contact me at nvhariharan@thenewitech.com. Thank you. Subscribe for more updates. Thank you. Have a nice day.